agents to get a hold of you. Now that we are on page 3 of 8, this is where we start gathering information about your property to be listed on the MLS. And I'm going to start on the left side of the page. Number of bedrooms, full baths, and then to the right of it is going to say half baths. Like I said, everything in blue with an asterisk needs to be completed. As you can see, these are not blue, these are regular. But the more information that you can provide, the better it's going to be for a buyer or buyer's agent to make a decision while they are searching properties online to see if your property meets what they are looking for. And this is going to help you sell your property a lot faster. As we're going down, then like I said, this is the number of half bath that you do have, number of fireplaces, dining rooms, and then the square footage. Is it by appraiser, tax office, building plans, owner, or other documents? And this is where you put the number of stories of your property, number of living rooms, and the square footage as well. And below that is where if your property has handicap amenities, you go ahead and check yes. If no, you go ahead and check no. The year that your property was built goes in the next field. Next part that is required is going to be the living room length and width. The length goes on one side, width goes on the other side. And what level is the living room located on? If you have multiple stories, if it's first floor, second floor, or B is as it is for a basement. If you have 2 living rooms, and then of course you want to put your information, the size of the length in this field, and then the width on the following. And then we're going to move down. Next part we have is the kitchen length, and then of course width. Next, you're required to provide the length and width of your master bedroom, and then if you have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, it is a good idea to provide the sizes of each of those other bedrooms as well. Even though it is not in blue with an asterisk mark next to it, it is a good idea to provide that information. If you have a study, you put that in the last field, the length and the. Now we're almost done here. We're on page 4 of 8. On the NTREIS data input form. On page 4 it's going to ask you if you have a utility room. If so, what is the length and width? Any other rooms that you would like to place on here, you could go ahead and put that information on. And then it's going to ask you what is required right here. Total number of parking spaces, covered parking. You will need to put that information here. If you have carports, if not, place a 0. If you do, put how many spaces are available. If you have garage spaces, then you will need to put how many garage spaces you do have available. Now, if you do have garage spaces, you would also need to put the width, the length, and the width in the fields below it, even though it is not in blue with an asterisk. So that information is required. Next information that is required is going to ask if you do have a security system on your property. If so, check the yes box. If no, then the no. And then a pool as well on your property. The lot dimensions, your broker can help you with that information if you do not have it. And then HOA, is it mandatory? Is the property annually? Does it need to have HOA? If so, what are the dues? You put that information next to that field. And is it billed annually, monthly, semi-annually, quarterly, or so on? Near the end of page 4 is going to ask for the school information, the school district in which the property is located in. School type 1 is, for example, elementary, junior high, high school, middle school. You will need to put that information here. And then next to it, the school name. That information is very important to place on your MLS and to make sure that information is accurate. School type number 4, if there is a private school that you would like to put on here that is close by to your property, you can put that information along with the name. At the bottom of page 4 is the financial information. This is required if your property is assumable, non-qualifying, or assumable qualifying. Is your property also for lease? If it is, check yes, no, check no. Your loan type. This is where you put if it's assumable, qualifying, assumable, non-qualifying, or treat as clear. If it is assumable, you will need to place the equity in your property, the payments, the balance due, the mortgage interest, and so on. And then of course if there's a second mortgage on your property as well. Now we are on page 5 of 8 of the residential data input form. The first thing that is required is going to be directions to your property, and this needs to be 150 characters or less. Below that is the property description. Even though that is not in blue with the asterisks next to it, I highly recommend that you provide a good description of your property. This is the key factor that realtors and buyers look at when they are online before they make a decision to even give you a call. Near the bottom of page 5, this is where we get into features of your property. Almost everything from page 5 to page 8 is in blue with asterisks. This needs to be completed in detailed. Housing type, lot size, the style of house that you do have, a lot description of your property, and then we're going to go to page 6 of 8 of the NTREIS data input form. The type of soil, the exterior features of your property, the construction type, foundation, the type of fence, street utilities, and so on. I'm not going to sit here and go through all of these. It's going to take some time, but basically I recommend you going through each and every one of these and selecting what your property has as a feature. Like I said, this is going to be a great opportunity for buyers to see before they make a decision. Now that you have gone through and completed the features of your property, the owners will need to go and sign the bottom of page 8 and date it when they had completed this form. Now that you are one step closer to getting your property listed and sold by providing this information to your listing broker. Now, if you have any other questions in regards to the document that we just went over, or to any of our flat fee MLS options that we do provide, please give us a call toll free at 1-888-PLUG-IN-8, or you may visit our website at www.pluginrealty.com.